Winter came back, Vancouver. Nasty. On our way to see Michael Adams Wade in the country, because he's a country boy.
Hi, how's it going?
Michael Adams Wade.
Hi everybody.
I don't know why it's funny, but
it's so funny. We're sitting out here, it's snowing. We are at my home in beautiful British Columbia, Canada. Brent and I, this is hilarious.
I don't know why it's funny, but it's funny.
Well, I think it's because it's been so many years. We've had a very interesting friendship through Ninjago and through voiceover, and now here we are doing an interview on my deck, and it's snowing.
And it's freezing cold, so you better
really
appreciate this. I'm letting them know.
Okay.
I'm not asking you questions about the movie.
Okay.
Because
you know what? I think we should just wish the movie well, and for the sake of all our fans and for everyone who loves Ninjago, thumbs up to the cast. I anxiously await to see the Lego Ninjago movie along with everyone else.
I just said we weren't going to talk about the movie.
We didn't. We're not.
No, we're not. That wasn't to talk about the movie at all.
It was a mild segue at best.
What's your favorite part about playing Jay?
My favorite part.
Your fart.
What did I know? You know,
trumpet fart?
No, it was my mustache beard. It was that was my favorite part about playing Jay is that I get to have fun, and you know what? I don't need to worry about, you know, oh, do I screw up? Do I sound silly? I mean, that's really the essence of Jay, is his silliness and his ability to have fun and see the lighter side of things, and to bring that lighter side into what is most often a dangerous and or pretty precarious situation. The ninja tend to find a lot of danger, so I think the voice of comedy is valuable in that sense.
Which would be you, most of the
I
time.
guess that's me.
But we all have our moments.
Well, we certainly do. We're definitely not a one-sided cast. I mean, I don't think any one character is strictly one-dimensional. Everybody has their quips. Everybody's really funny. Everybody has their strengths and their weaknesses, and that's what really makes us a good team.
What's your favorite thing you've ever worked on?
My favorite thing I've ever worked on? Well, that's a more complex question. I don't know how many of your viewers know this. I also work in movies.
They know that.
As well as TV, so voiceovers, I'm kind of all over the place. I have got to say, I've done some really cool jobs. I worked for Steven Spielberg. I was one of the giants in the BFG.
Right.
I've done some really amazing film work, just playing myself, or you know, a lot of character work, and it's been a lot of fun. It's been great. I'm really excited about a project coming up. It's out in July of this year, 2017. We're talking about War for the Planet of the Apes, so that's a pretty exciting project, and I encourage everybody to go see it. It's probably going to be the most amazing rendition so far.
So that was going to come up later on, so I just ask it now.
Okay.
Are you an ape in that one?
I am.
Are you allowed to say?
I'm a silverback gorilla. There's footage of me in the trailers. I'm standing behind Caesar in a lot of the shots. There's a lot of wonderful teaser trailers out there. You can check them out online, I'm sure.
You got a really cool Twitter profile. Like,
thanks,
it's like,
man.
Who did that?
Specifically that shot. I'm really lucky. I have a lot of great, cool friends, and they send me things when they find things online. And a friend of mine, an actor, was checking out this site, and he saw this really cool shot, and he sent me this split screen of King Magni, who I played in the Warcraft movie.
Okay.
And there's a split screen of the animated performance capture final on one side in a black and white, and then there's me with the dots on. And it just, it was one of those things that I guess they created for promotions of the site.
That's really...
No, let it go.
This is the second interview where I forgot to turn off my stupid phone. Would you rather date Skylar or Nia? And yes, there's gonna be a whole ton of questions like this.
Okay, you know what? I have to say, there's different attributes that I like about both characters, about both these girls. I like Nia's confidence. I like her sense of justice and right and wrong, and her confidence in her brother and her friends. But Skylar has this sort of...
It's called sexy.
It's this attitude, and it is, I think she's got a sort of sass that would, I think, be really fun on like one of those dates where you go play paintball, or you know what I mean? Like you have like a very physical girlfriend type and a very intellectual, fun, romantic girlfriend type.
You think it's like asking Gilligan's Island, do you go for Marianne? Or...
It's kind of like a Marianne or a Betty question, or a Betty and Veronica question. Right. But really, I mean, the question comes down to, you know, when a girl or a guy give you that special feeling, you really just have to trust your heart always, and that's just some romantic advice coming from me. It's a good question.
What do you think of Jaya?
What do I think of Jaya? as a name?
Jaya. Hey man, do you support Jaya?
Oh, Jaya. I don't know if I have the wherewithal to answer the Jaya support question. I think that you know what, some things roll off the tongue really easy. Some things don't. I'm not against anything formally.
So you're not against Jaya?
No.
But are you for Jaya? We need to know.
I would really like. I would love to hear it in. Give me a really heartfelt example. Empower Empower Jaya for me.
So Jaya is you and Nia together.
No. I knew this.
Oh, you knew that. I thought you didn't the whole time.
No. The whole time I'm trying to express how hard it is to digest when you meld people's names together. It's like. Right. Do I love it or don't I? It's like saying, well, you're no longer one person that was cool. Now you're supposed to be two people that you've got to be cool together. And I mean, let's be fair. We've seen how a lot of that tends to go. So I say Jaya and Nia together is great. Jaya, maybe not so much.
This is ruining my... I thought the whole time...
He's going to call the interview now. He's going to say, uh-oh.
I thought the whole time that you didn't know, and that's why it was funny for me.
It was comedic.
Now it's not funny for me.
Oh, now it's not? I'm sorry.
No, because I thought you didn't know.
We weren't doing a bit. He was just sort of maybe behind the...
Do you play video games?
Yes, I love video games. Video games are great.
Favorite video game?
Favorite video game, I have to say, I'm a really solid fan of the Assassin's Creed franchise. They've done a tremendous job really fleshing out story for character. The animation is second to none, and gotta love the action sequences.
How would you use Jay's power in real life?
Jay's power, obviously being the master of lightning, I have to say there are certain ways to adapt that scientifically. I'm not entirely sure what all of them are, but I know it would be really cool to say, hey, oh, the power's out. Let me rush over there and zap your generator, top up all the batteries. That'd be really cool. Turning things and doing things with my claw hands.
Your claw hands? Your Lego hands.
You're like Lego hands, I'm just zapping.
Favorite movie ever?
Oh, that's a really hard question. I gotta say, I have a real love and appreciation for sci-fi. And I really gotta say, The Fifth Element was a really cool movie. I must have watched that movie like, at least once a week for a year. Really? I don't know why. I was so obsessed with all the visuals, and of course it reminds me of, you know, Blade Runner, and it reminds me of so many films done in a time when the technology really wasn't there. You guys are so lucky you have all these different technological advancements going into film and making experiences so wide and huge, where a lot of the creators of this technology, they had to use little tiny models and, you know, specific camera angles and stuff like that to create size. So, I mean, I always loved the grand scale, futuristic worlds. That always gets me excited.
Do you remember any special scenes from that movie?
It's gotta be when she's leaping
off the building,
and then there's the huge down and through all the different sections, and they're hiding from the cops. That chase sequence is phenomenal.
This person that asked this, they were asking if we could, or you could, or if I was a part in it, but act out a scene in that. But in that particular thing, she's wearing almost nothing, if I remember.
It's too cold to wear that
for Michael
wardrobe.
To take off his clothes and jump off his roof.
That is definitely a line, internet.
I think we're not going to do that one.
Sorry.
What's it like voicing the funniest one?
You know what?
Would you sometimes like to mix it up, or do you like being the...
I have to say, I really like being the funny guy. I like having a good time. I like being some mild representation of, you know, the lighter side of life, because, you know, even in some of the ninja situations, there can be some pretty high stakes and it can be really, really heavy, but to know that, you know, I'm helping that that brightness stay alive is really cool. And like we said earlier, there's so many wonderful things about every character, and they all have their wonderful moments and their really you know, funny side. But yeah, there's just, you know, it's a nice feeling to know that, you know, if we're making people laugh, if we're making people have fun, then that's always a good place to start.
Fun little fact for you.
Oh yeah.
Tommy Andresen, the creator of Ninjago,
Yeah.
Jay's his favorite.
Ah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
true. And he watches my interviews. So
Tommy,
yeah.
I'm really flattered, and thank you, as you know, as such a huge, impactful person in our world, just for being who you are and for giving Lego a chance to grow and become something that it, you know, may never have been without someone like you. So thank you.
Really,
thanks for watching the channel.
Really, it's Zane. I just want to see what you would say.
JK. JK.
I'm getting with all the terms that the young people say now. Like,
oh, you're super hip, I can tell.
I'm hip. Hey, man, that was a look. You guys gave me a look.
No, it was mild. It was.
I saw it though. I saw your eyes.
Tiny. It was very subtle.
That was a look. You gave me a look.
It was very subtle.
Is this thing real?
Ow! Oh, ow!
That was on purpose.
Ow.
Can you remember your favorite J line ever?
You know what?
This person was bequeath, bequeath, bequeath. I couldn't remember you saying that.
I remember that scene, and there was a lot of, you know, confusion about how that played out, but the funny part was that Jay was really confused. So I just sort of, as an actor, got to play, yeah, I'm just gonna be really confused, and then bequeath, bequeath, bequeath. And I remember that.
I don't remember that scene at all.
It was something to do with, I think someone had, there was something to do with a lawyer and a will, and we were gonna inherit something. I'm losing my references. There's a lot of Ninjago references, but that's a good scene.
This bequeath thing was mentioned a couple times in the comic. Do you remember a scene for Michael?
For myself, personally, I remember the first time that our little crew came together to do a job, and the line, "We're gonna save a girl? Is she hot?" And from then on, it was this sort of, "What's up?" kind of relationship between Jay and Nia. So I really love that. And I mean, it was one of the earliest moments in the show, and it's been, you know, referenced over and over. And
nice.
I just love that the funny guy has been, you know, just fighting to get the girl, and you know, be a good friend, and all of those things kind of have taken everybody on, I think, a really cool journey. So thank you, Ninjago. Thank you, Hagemans. Thank you, our wonderful writers.
We're gonna do something a little different for the first time in one of my interviews. Okay, you are the master of lightning.
I am.
And I have so many questions, and as you know, I put my interviews in 3 parts.
Oh man.
We're doing lightning round.
Lightning round.
This is lightning round 1. Are you ready?
Bing. Go.
Michael Adams, wait, are you ready for this?
I am ready.
Are you like Jay in any way?
Yes.
Which ninja are you most like?
I'm funny and I talk really fast.
How much Ninjago have you actually watched?
I have watched about 80% of what is currently out in the world. Sometimes I'm doing laundry at the same time and I miss stuff.
Are your jokes as bad in real life as they are in Ninjago?
Ask my kids, they would likely say yes.
Do you like it when Jay goes crazy?
I think it's kind of fun, and it lets me scream just a little, which once in a while is kind of fun also.
And finally, what's your favorite color in real life?
Gotta say, I have actually always loved this color.
Really?
Yeah, legit. Blue just kind of goes with me.
That was well done. That was fast.
Thank you.
Okay, what character have you ever played that you like the most?
Ooh.
Now we can go to animation.
See, and this is, again, you know what, a widespread question.
Let's go with animation.
Okay, sticking with animation, one of my first big jobs, which was a lot of fun for me because I got to come in and immediately meet some people who were all at the top of their game. I came in, my first job was Colossus for X-Men Evolution. I got to work with Scott McNeil right away, and some really amazing people. David Kaye was in the room, Megan Black. Like, there was just like some really, really cool people, and at the time I was just sort of like, I feel like I won the lottery. And I remember Scott laughed at me. He snickered. He's like, I wonder if you'll feel like that in 20 years. So he kind of joked at me, and that was a really fun moment.
First character was a Russian dude?
Yeah, it was
That usually comes like after people get to know you and
well,
stuff.
You know what? I mean, I have the benefit, I trained in theater, and I have, some people might call it a good ear, and I do a lot of different accents, and I've kind of done them since I was a kid. So by the time I got to the professional stage, if we can call it that, film, TV, voiceover, I was pretty capable. I did a lot of different accents. So
good for you.
Yeah,
First
worked
job.
out. Worked out.
Man. What inspired you to start in the film industry?
I was inspired really to just change from a kid who grew up in musical theater to someone who could translate to film and to television and to just play different characters, have different parts, different experiences. I wanted to hopefully see the world or different parts of it and just, you know, tell stories that, you know, you otherwise wouldn't hear, whether they were real or fictional, based on true events. There's so many different stories to tell, and so many of them will be completely missed and never documented. So I just sort of, when I was younger, fell in love with the idea of telling stories and having there be this, you know, tangible thing. We can go back, we can watch the movie, we can enjoy that story again for, you know, time, you know, all of time, I guess, really is the way to say it.